Hey y'all, I'm wearing some Rudolph. Rudolph antlers. They're cute, but they're kind of distracting, so I'm going to take them off now. But anyways, wishing you a happy holidays and a Merry Christmas from me. Let's jump into today's video. Hi everyone, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my Christmas edition of Type 1 Diabetes. Today is Christmas Day, today is Christmas Eve. My brain is all mixed up. I hope you are all having a fantastic holiday season with your family and friends. I'm here to kind of just say, what I'm most thankful for this holiday season again, and I think I'm going to give you guys kind of how I'm going to tackle all the food and dealing with type 1 diabetes and all the delicious holiday treats that are around. So first of all, I'm going to say how I'm going to tackle the food. So typically our family does more like the snacky kind of foods or stuff like that, and oftentimes like the Christmas Day stuff, it might be more of the bigger dinners like the meats and like the potatoes and like the hot dishes and stuff. So honestly, my first tip for you is to pre-bolus if you can. I did do a pre-bolusing video today of my first time experience. That will go up this Friday, so look forward to that. But anyways, I recommend pre-bolusing. What is pre-bolusing? Well, that basically means you give yourself insulin a minimum of 15 minutes before you intend on eating any foods containing carbohydrate to kind of allow the insulin to enter your bloodstream prior to you actually getting carbohydrates in your bloodstream. Now, why is this important? Well, actually, in a non-diabetic, they secrete insulin in anticipation of eating food. Well, we can't secrete insulin, so the only thing we can do is give ourselves insulin prior to eating. So it's mirroring a non-diabetic's body a little more closely. So that's definitely something I recommend doing. It's a little more difficult to do on MDIs, like if you're on multiple dailies like myself, but it is totally worth it. I have not noticed bad blood sugar spikes. I've been more flatlined, and I appreciate that, and I feel better because of it, so I definitely recommend pre-bolusing. The second thing is if you're really hungry, again, like I had said in my Thanksgiving video, find snacks that aren't really going to raise your blood sugar. Meats, cheeses, vegetables, any type of like protein-based snack or like nuts and seeds are going to be a very good and healthy choice as far as not raising your blood sugar. They often contain a lot of fiber or a lot of protein or even some fats that will either slow or delay the absorption of sugars into the bloodstream. Your blood sugars really won't skyrocket from them, so I definitely recommend doing that. That's something I will be definitely doing on like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And now I'm going to talk about more like for the meal. So like I said, pre-bolus would be a good choice. Just like I had said in my Thanksgiving video, ask the person or people that made the dish, if you have like a big family gathering like myself, if you can ask them maybe like the ingredients of the dish, or maybe ask them like where you get the recipe from, so you can kind of Google and take a guess at how much of the portions you're going to eat and kind of take a guess how many carbohydrates there are. Take a very good guess. Don't be slacking on those carbs, you guys. To me, it is not worth the high blood sugar to be guessing on carbohydrates. Like I had said, you are probably better off overestimating the carbs and having a little bit of a low than you are underestimating and going high. That might be different for some people than others, but I would rather be low, because to me it is so much easier and quicker, and I don't feel as crappy to bring up a low blood sugar than it is to bring down a high blood sugar. Some of you may or may not agree with me with that, but anyways, that's something I would definitely do. And as far as like dealing with like the stress or like maybe like the chaos and like the constant like flow of people, like for me, I have a big family. Sometimes the excitement and all that stuff could drive your blood sugar a little higher. Just make sure you take enough insulin with you to kind of correct every 2 hours if you need to. And like I said, if you are feeling hungry, continue to eat snacks that are low on carb, drink plenty of fluids. I don't consume alcohol, but be wary if you're going to consume alcohol. That obviously can make an impact on your blood sugar. I will be 21 next year. I might have a drink on my 21st birthday. I don't know at this point. But anyways, I know that can make a huge impact on the amount of like insulin, how the insulin works in your body, and how much insulin you should take for a certain drink or a certain amount of food with that. So just be cautious with your alcohol as usual. As we were all forewarned. I was forewarned even though I don't drink. So anyways, I think that's all I really have to say about like the food dealing with Christmas. I don't think there's anything else I can say. Oh, like the desserts and treats. So kind of like going off the Thanksgiving, if you want some of the heavier carb foods, like the potatoes or the breads or the treats and sweets and desserts and candies and cookies and you name it, have smaller pieces of it, or like take a plate home and eat it later or something. You can always add more later. Or if you really want to eat anything and everything, just take extra insulin with you. Or just kind of watch your blood sugars on a continuous glucose monitor like me. Anyways, you can be able to see if you're riding a little bit lower. You can maybe have a piece of candy or two, kind of an excuse to eat some Christmas cookies if you really want, and if your blood sugar goes low, eat a Christmas cookie. That'd probably be a good way to raise your blood sugar. Lots of glucose in those. Anyways, I think that's all I have to say as far as tackling the sweets. Again, you can always bring plates home and enjoy those later. And remember too, if you take small portions of some of the things that you really like, you won't feel like you're deprived of all the foods that you're going to eat. If you want potatoes and corn and bun and a biscuit and all your other fixings, take small portions of it. Take a few tablespoons or half a cup, or take smaller portions so you can get a taste of everything without feeling like you have to deprive yourself of food. Honestly, as type 1 diabetics though, we should not feel deprived of food. Mainly because obviously type 1 diabetes is not caused by diet, it is caused by an autoimmune response, as many of you have it, do know that, and we meticulously tell people that all the time because we often get mixed up with type 2s who usually have a problem with their diet to begin with. Not necessarily true, but we do get mixed up with that. So anyways, that's all I have to say on the food. Now I'm going to move on to what I'm most grateful for this Christmas season. So, my Christmas video that you saw that went up on Saturday, it was my 5th month of being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. 5 months ago, I was in the hospital near the point of death. So thankful this year that I get to spend another holidays with my family, because I could have been in a casket in the ground. And truth be told, you don't realize how close you are to death until you experience something like that. And I definitely just appreciate life and food and my family and just everything so much more. Not like I wasn't ungrateful for it to begin with, but I appreciate it at a much deeper and more, I want to say, the word I'm going to use is intimate, but more on an intimate level, where you feel like you're grateful from like the bottom of your soul, and just anything and everything can just please you. Every bite of food I put in my mouth, every time I wake up in the morning, every time my CGM goes off, I'm so thankful that I'm able to just continue to live, and I appreciate all the little things in life that you may or may not take for granted like other people do. Not saying everybody takes things for granted, but I definitely feel like us type 1 diabetics don't take as much for granted, just because we literally have to fight to eat food every day, basically. So I'm so thankful for my life. God gave me a second chance, and it is such a beautiful time of this year to celebrate, for me, the birth of Jesus Christ, because I am a Christian, I am a Catholic. But if you are a non-Christian or do not celebrate like the birth of Jesus or anything, take this time to just appreciate what you have and appreciate like your friends and your family and those you care about, because they all have your back. Your family loves you and cares about you more than you probably think, and keep pushing on with your blood sugars. Keep them in control. Don't let your blood sugars discourage you. It can be hard. I've had a couple days where it's like, I don't want to be a diabetic anymore. Can I just go back to being a non-diabetic? Well, unfortunately, that's not the case for us. We have to keep fighting every single day. Everybody, just take one day at a time. Just be thankful for what you do have and continue to move forward, and know that you are teaching the world a lot of different things, and you are showing the world how strong you are and how valuable you are, and that you are just an amazing person no matter if you have type 1 diabetes or not. So thankful to be celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ, who saved us from sin and death. And what I believe with my religion, again, if you don't have a religion or you are a non-Christian or whatever the case may be, you can take what I'm saying and place it into your own terms and your own ways of thinking and believing and such. So that is totally okay, but please respect that what I am saying on my videos is what I'm going to say. This is on my channel, so I'm going to put what I want to put on here. But anyways, I think that's all I have to say for this video. Have a safe and blessed holidays, everyone. I will see you guys Friday and Saturday and Sunday for new videos. If you are traveling anywhere, I will be traveling on Christmas Eve. Be safe. Spend time with your family. Just spread peace and joy throughout this time of the year. It should always be spread, but take this time to really focus on building relationships with people and just loving for what you have and who you are and the family you have. So anyways, if you guys are Christian and you do celebrate Christmas, I wish you a very Merry Christmas, a blessed Christmas. And if you are a non-Christian or a non-believer or whatever you do believe in, I wish you the best of holidays or a fantastic day. Anyways, that's all I have to say for this video. Everybody take care, God bless, be kind, spread positivity, and be thankful. Bye, everyone.